Hey my friend, this is Darnell, Clarke, your industry leader in this career game. The answer man, your career coach. Today's topic is the new world of work. Hey, I'm not sure if you are paying attention, but this career game, this whole marketplace is changing. So I'm gonna give you the 3 changes you need to be aware of to have a successful career. But first, I created a guidebook. It's called How to Be a Winner in This New World of Work. It'll tell you what's going on. It'll break it down. It's something every career professional needs to know. Stay to the end, I'll show you how to get it. Now, here are the 3 changes that you need to be aware of to be successful in your career so you can have an extraordinary, remarkable, amazing career. Change number 1, you will always have to be looking for your next gig. That is the norm. I have one thing to say about it. I need you to get used to it. I need you to get used to see back in the day, we had a loyalty contract between employer and employee. You kept coming to work, they kept paying you. No matter what you did, even if you didn't like your job, they knew you didn't like your job. You kept coming to work, they kept paying you. Year in, year out, month in, month out, day in, day out. Century, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And by the time you get 32 years old, you want to retire at 32, 33 because you hated your job. That was the loyalty contract. They were loyal to you, you were loyal to them. They didn't pay you a lot, didn't give you promotions and increase, didn't care. You kept coming to work. They knew that you was going to keep coming to work. They didn't care. They kept paying you. And every day you kept coming to work, you hated it, but you didn't care. You kept coming to work. The loyalty contract between employer and employee has been dissolved. It's over. They will lay you off in a heartbeat and you will quit in a heartbeat. For the first time in American history, more people quit their jobs and got laid off. Companies downsized by the thousands, and it has nothing to do with performance. Gone are the days you're gonna hunker down on one company forever. Job hopping is good for your career. I'm not talking about job hop every 3, 6, 7, 9 months. Nope. I'm talking about every 18 to 24 to 36 months if the job doesn't connect to your strengths. So that's why you always need to know your strengths. Or it doesn't connect to what you like to do. If you don't like it, get your stuff ready to go and bounce. That's the change. You will always have to be looking for your next job. That means you will have to become an expert in finding and obtaining employment. You will have to become an expert in writing your resume, customizing your resume. You will have to become an expert at the job search. Remember, the job search is have one end goal: to find companies that hire people like you. And then you will have to be able to master the ability to interview. You might not like it. I know you might, I don't want to do all that. I'm sorry, my friend. That's the game we're playing. If you might want to bounce out and don't play and get on the sidelines. The only way you get on the sidelines if you have a side hustle on the side, or you're going to be an entrepreneur and jump out of being a career professional and be an entrepreneur. Other than that, that's the game you playing. You might not like it, but hey, if you want to be successful and get to the mountaintop in your career and enjoy your life and enjoy your career, change number 1, you're going to have to get used to it. To always be looking and be ready to look for your next gig. Therefore, you always have to put value inside you that the marketplace looks for. Change number 2, you must become a free agent. What the heck is that? A free agent is an independent worker who operates on his or her own terms, untethered and unbound by one organization, taking your talents to the whole marketplace instead of one company. You will not be able to lock in low in a job very long. From the Bureau of Labor Statistics says that the average life cycle of a job is only 5 years. Every 3 to 5 years, you're gonna be looking for your next gig. That is the game. I know people are not understanding it. They're just finding themselves, and next you know, I'm unemployed, or I got downsized. I mean, where did that come from? You know where that came from. I just told you, companies are not hiring people and letting you lock and load. Something is gonna happen, and you're gonna find yourself unemployed. I got a lot of friends out there, a lot of family members, and they are lock and load in the organization 1 year, the next year they unemployed because something happened. You can't know when it's gonna happen. You'll just be able to hear rumblings, and that rumblings is reorganization, right? If you hear the word reorganization, then let me tell you what that means. That means somebody's getting ready to get laid off, and it might be you. Change number 2, you must become a free agent. A free agent puts value in yourself. Understand what the marketplace is looking for and continue to become better at what you do. You must excel at your job all the time. Change number 3, the career strategy for all 3 generations are different. I know the millennials are having some issue right now, so let me address each generation, what you should be doing in your career. The millennials, I want you to get off the sidelines and get in the game. Get your job. I don't care what kind of job it is. I know we in the marketplace are saying that you are not staying at jobs very long. You might be staying there 6, 8, 9 months or a year, then you bounce. There's nothing wrong with that. I say don't bounce too fast. Stay there at least 18 months so you can get some knowledge. And you see what you want to do. You want to jump the line, right? You want to get in front of the line. You don't want jobs that your parents had. You don't want to do what your parents had done. You want to be a leader right away. You know, I hear all these people like 25 years old, I want to be a leader. How are you going to be a leader? You're only 25 freaking years old. No. Don't jump the line. Stay in line. Get the experience. So when you get that experience, then change the game. So you want to change the game before you even people understand the game. You got to get in the game first. Once you get in the game, then you can change it. So what I need you to do is get a job. Stay there for 18, 24 months. If you don't like it, bounce. If that happens and you get to a job and you stay there 18, 24 months, you don't like that, bounce. When you get a job, you're looking for 2 things. You're looking for 2 things. One, you're looking to see if it connects to your strengths. Therefore, you need to know your strengths. Make it your mission to know what you're good at, what you're not good at. And then once you find out it doesn't connect to your strength and you don't like it, after 18, 24 months, bounce. You do that for 10 years. So by the time you get into your 30s, you kind of know what you like and what you don't like. I need you to be able to get to the line of scrimmage and call the play. I'm a football guy. I didn't play football. I played baseball and basketball. I was too small to play football, but I truly like football. So I got a lot of football terminologies and I use football analogies. Yeah, analogies. You know what I'm talking about, right? And get to the line of scrimmage. That means when you find a job or you're trying to look for a job, I want you to get to the line of scrimmage, call that play. No matter what that play is, no matter what that job is, you take it. If you are unemployed and you get an offer, you take it. Stay there 18, 24 months. You don't like, get to the huddle, find out what you want to do, get back to the line of scrimmage, call the next play by getting another job. You do that for like 10, 11, 12 years so you'll know what you like, what you don't like. Generation Xers, you are up. You are in your late 30s, early 40s. I want you not to get to the line of scrimmage and start job hopping. It's okay for millennials to job hop. I want you to job hop. Generation Xers, not so fast. I want you to stay at a job at least 5 years if you can. And I want you to do a deep dive. See, you, my friend, have to become an expert at what you do. I want you to understand your industry. It is the industry that's going to put you at the mountaintop, not your functional job. When you become a leader, they pay big bucks for people who understand the industry. So if you're in telecom, you've been in telecom 5, 6, 7 years, you know the industry. If you are in engineering or energy, you know that marketplace and the industry because you've been there sometime. If you know finance, if you know healthcare, you stay in that industry. So you know how to dominate that industry. I want you to do a deep dive. And if you do leave, and you will, one way or the other, I want you to stay in the industry. The millennials, you could go from industry to industry, doesn't care. Millennials, You all over the place. Generation Xers, I want you to find that one industry, and I want you to stay in that industry your whole career. So when you get in your 50s, you know how to dominate the marketplace because you know the industry. That's why I like football coaches, right? I like Nick Saban, Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, baby. He wanted to be a coach in his 20s. Now he's in his 60s. That's all he's ever been, a coach, and he dominates the marketplace because he is an expert college football coach. Right? Baby boomers, you are up, you are next. Hey, forget about retirement. See, back in the day, we ain't like our jobs. So you couldn't wait to get 62, 63, 64, 65 to retire because you hated your job. That's not you. And back then, the jobs was wearing you out. You were in a factory, standing up 8-9 hours a day. Man, you wore out by the time you're 62. Not today. We pretty much had easy type jobs where we sitting down all day long. That's why most of us are fat. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to call you fat. I said other people might be fat, but not you. We sit down all day, right? And so we don't really have issues physically. We, the Generation Xers, are the most physically fit, financially stable generation up to date. You know, in the next 20, 30 years, the millennials will outpace the Generation Xers. I mean, the baby boomers. But as of right today, yeah, we are the most physically fit. So forget about retirement. So what you got to do is figure out what you love to do. By now, you're in your 50s. You should know what you like. Find jobs that you know you like. And when you find a job, I don't want you to get to the line of scrimmage and call your next play. I don't want you to do a deep dive and leave. I want you to stay there forever. Let me tell you something. The people who find themselves unemployed in their 50s, those are the people who have the hardest time getting employed. They hate taking interviews because the interviewers that's interviewing them are younger and they don't like it. So I'm telling you, my friend, you find jobs that you are engaged. So if you're working right now, I don't care if you like it or not, you stay there. If you've been there 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you stay there. It will not do you any good by leaving. But if you just flat out hate your job, okay, then roll. But find out what you like. Find the industries that traditionally hire older workers, like healthcare. The airline industry hires a ton of baby boomers, right? So go find Delta and American and United and all these airline organizations. They hire, you know, older workers. Retail organizations, big box retail organizations like Macy's or Walmart or Target, they traditionally hire older workers too. And if you want to be able to leave all that, get your side hustle on now and get your stuff, doing stuff on the side. So when you transition at 62, 64, 65, you transition as a entrepreneur because all the information you have, you can bring it to the marketplace. The marketplace is still going to be looking for you. There's going to be a big gap in workers when the baby boomer generation decide as a generation to retire. There's going to be just a flat out gap that the marketplace is going to need to fill. The millennials will not be able to engage those type of position. Generation Xers are not as big generation wise, so the marketplace is going to go and try to find you, baby boomers. So don't be worried that what you're going to do for the future. There's going to be jobs for you. I promise you just got to go get them. So there you go. Let me recap. Let me give you the 3 changes that you must be aware of to have an extraordinary, remarkable, amazing career. Change number 1. You will always have to be looking for your next gig. That is the norm. Change number 2. You must become a free agent. Now, friend, don't worry about hunkering down, lock and load in one company. And change number 3, there's 3 different career strategies for all 3 generations. The millennials, get a job, any job, stay there 18, 24 months, then bounce. Generation Xers do a deep dive. And baby boomers, forget about retirement. So there you go, my friend. I told you about a guidebook. This guidebook would break down this whole thing that's changing. It's gonna tell you what's happening. It's gonna give you foresight. This is exactly what you need to have an extraordinary, remarkable, amazing career. Go below, find the link, click on that link, and get your free copy today. If you like this video, my friend, click on the like button, share it with 5 friends. This is how I get my content out, by you sharing it with other people. And in the comment field, give me any comment you have or any question you have about your career, because I'm Darnell Clarke, the answer man. There's no question that you could ask me that I will not have an answer for. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. On the side is the bell. Click on that bell. It will give you notifications every time I come out with fresh new content. And I'm gonna be coming out with fresh new content every single week for the rest of this year. So there you go, my friend. Those are 3 changes you must be able to identify to have an extraordinary, remarkable, amazing career. This is Darnell Clarke, your industry leader in this career game, the answer man, saying, there's one thing I know for sure, my friend, that whatever you want in life, you gotta go get it. Now go get it. I'll see you in the next video. Later.